It began with a single gunshot. June 28, 1914. The heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, is assassinated in Sarajevo by a young Serbian nationalist, Gavrilo Princip. That bullet didn't just kill a royal couple, it shattered the peace of Europe. Within weeks, the world's most powerful nations were preparing for war. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. Russia backed Serbia. Germany backed Austria. France and Britain joined to defend their allies. In just over a month, the entire continent was at war. The Great War had begun. The world goes to war. In the summer of 1914, millions of soldiers marched off to battle, confident it would all be over by Christmas. They were wrong. Germany launched its Schlieffen Plan, a lightning attack through neutral Belgium, hoping to crush France quickly. But the plan failed. At the Battle of the Marne, the French and British stopped the German advance, forcing both sides to dig in. And so began the nightmare of trench warfare. Life in the trenches. For the next 4 years, Europe became a wasteland of mud, barbed wire, and blood. Soldiers lived in freezing ditches filled with rats, lice, and corpses. The front barely moved, yet every attack cost tens of thousands of lives. Machine guns, artillery, and poison gas made old-fashioned tactics useless. At battles like Verdun and the Somme, entire generations were wiped out. In just one day at the Somme, the British lost nearly 60,000 men, and all for a few miles of ground. Beyond Europe. But this wasn't just a European war. It became the first truly global conflict. The Ottoman Empire joined Germany and Austria to form the Central Powers, while Japan, Italy, and later the United States joined the Allied powers. In the Middle East, Arab revolts erupted against Ottoman rule. In Africa and Asia, colonies became battlefields. And across the oceans, German U-boats hunted Allied ships, sinking civilians and soldiers alike. When the Lusitania, a passenger ship, was torpedoed in 1915, outrage grew. And by 1917, the United States entered the war, tipping the balance. 1917, turning point. That same year, Russia collapsed under the weight of revolution. The Tsar was overthrown, and Lenin's Bolsheviks took power, pulling Russia out of the war. Germany saw its chance and threw everything into one last massive offensive in 1918. For a moment, it seemed they might win. But then came the arrival of fresh American troops, millions of them. The exhausted German army could not hold. The Allies pushed back, and one by one, Germany's allies surrendered. The end. On November 11th, 1918, at 11 a.m., the guns finally fell silent. The Great War was over, but peace came at a terrible cost. Over 16 million dead, 20 million wounded, and entire empires, Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, Russian, and German, wiped from the map. The world was redrawn, but not healed. The Treaty of Versailles humiliated Germany, planting the seeds for an even greater war to come. A generation later, those seeds would grow into World War II. Reflection. World War I changed everything. Politics, technology, society, and the very way we see war itself. It marked the end of empires and the birth of a new, uncertain century. All because of one bullet, one moment, and a chain of events that no one could stop. This was World War I in 5 minutes.